Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me in front of two amazing Fiesta STs. Yeah, apologies for the wind, but I cannot believe it to have the opportunity to be in front of these two cars, to experience them. 24 plates, and you may notice from the number plates, bit of an end of an era with these two cars. Yeah, let's go for a walk around. We'll take one for a drive. This owner actually owns both of these, and yeah, it's super special, him and his other half. And yeah, I can't stop smiling because, you know, we're 2024, I'm filming this in June 2024, and these cars, well, they don't make them anymore, Ford. And the fact that they're here, they're together, ST3 spec in a gorgeous white colour, which is just working so well. It just looks amazing. I'm actually genuinely lost for words. 200 horsepower, both of these are ST3 spec, both of these are 5-door, 1.5 litre 3-cylinder EcoBoost engine, front wheel drive. What more do you want from a hot hatch? You know, this is what you want, this is what you're gonna get. So let's flip the camera out. Yeah, here we go. Two of the last Fiesta STs kind of ever made, really. ST24 end, ST24 era. So it's end of an era with these cars. And yeah, they look absolutely special. I'm looking forward to taking this out for a drive, which I'll kind of show you just on like a point of view. I'm such a big fan of these cars, and it's so crazy to have two sort of sitting next to each other, just parked up here in the sun. They do look special, really special, and they drive so good as well. And it's basically part of Ford Performance. You can kind of see it there, Ford Performance. Yeah, these are essentially some of the finest Fords you're ever going to see, and the last of the last. They're not really making these anymore, and that's a real shame. But super fun cars, super fun to kind of drive in and get around in. You can see the styling, the car's Michelin PS4 tyres. You've got the 18-inch wheels on this car. There's 5 doors. You've got a little bit of a rear spoiler just shown there on both. You've got the rear end looks quite good, particularly with the number plate. Reversing camera, twin tailpipes on the side, and what a stunning pair of cars. I like the little diffuser as well at the bottom. That kind of works well. Really nice. You also get like Ford Performance seats, which we'll share a little bit more. But yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of lost for words a little bit. There's so much to kind of talk about these cars, and it's kind of great to just see them here and see them in action, and yeah, just to kind of go through it. And that's what this is all about, really, to kind of celebrate cars which are kind of going, essentially. It's really sad that Ford stopped producing these cars. It's sad where things have kind of got to, but the truth is, you know, they're here. You can still get them on the used market. You might not be able to get them new, even though these two cars are 24 plates. They're still here. We can still enjoy them. We can still have that fun sort of driving in hot hatches, because they suit so well, particularly in the UK. They're so nimble and just agile, you know, not too much over about 1,200 kilos, which works quite nicely. Really fun to drive, you know, low running costs. You can't get them anymore. Residuals on STs actually are all right, particularly if you can't buy them. But yeah, I'll show you a little bit of the interior as well as I kind of swing around. Yeah, just inside. So you can get some Fiesta STs in 3-door, but they did discontinue that after a while. Yeah, and inside you've got the cool Ford Performance seats. See how body hugging they are. Yeah, really nice and body hugging. Nice steering wheel. You get the infotainment as well, and a little bit of like, it's almost like fake carbon fibre, but it looks quite nice for the red vents. 6-speed manual gearbox. I mean, the manual is something that's going. I mean, look at that as a shift. Manual handbrake too, and a nice little bit of like suede in between, with kind of like the 2 stripes going through with the Ford Performance sign. And I can't stop smiling that these two cars are here. End of an era definitely is one thing to think of, but that's really it from like the interior side of things. And really, these cars are about, they work every single day, but driving it is the key. Having a lot of fun in these kind of cars is a special part. So yeah, let's take this out for a little bit of a point of view. Yeah, I mean, there's so much I can kind of talk about and go through. You know, the styling looks as kind of subjective. You've got like the little rear spoiler at the side. You've got sort of like the enhanced wheels as well. 18 inches, quite big actually for these kind of cars. There's no adaptable suspension, so it is kind of what it is. It's basically a passive setup, and yeah, you get all of that kind of as standard. And it's they're both looking really good in the sun. I still can't get over the number plates the owner has managed to get end of era and ST at the front as well of it, because it is essentially an end of an era. For people who love their cars and love their fast forwards and love driving, these are the last two. Yeah, and it kind of makes, I don't know, I'm in between of like being really really happy that they're here and really sad that they're not going to be coming in the future with the way things like electric and hybrid are kind of coming along. You know, these cars are pretty economical as well, being 1.5 EcoBoost kind of cars. Yeah, that's where we're at. But should we go for a drive? And yeah, perhaps, well, one last drive in what is a brilliant car. And yeah, I'll take you for that. So you join me inside the Fiesta ST, and the owner's just gone to get out some fuel in the other one, the Era, and I'm in the end. Yeah, just to kind of show you a little bit. We'll go on like a point of view and a drive, and hopefully you'll get some good footage of the other car in front. But yeah, it's really, I'm just happy to kind of be in this car. And you know, my channel is a community channel, so let me know your thoughts in the comments, just with fast forwards in general, how that resonates to you. This is a community channel. I've always been a big fan of these cars and I've always loved them, and you know, I have my own personal reasons for that. You know, my dad had like Ford estates, essentially had like the Ford Sierra estates. Wasn't necessarily a fast Ford, but that's kind of what got me into them. And they're very, yeah, they mean a lot to me. So it's, I mean, it's so special. You know, the subscriber who reached out, you know, I'm massively grateful for that. And to get the opportunity to kind of share these cars in pictures and video, and to take it on a drive, which I'm really looking forward to, because we've literally just rolled it out of the owner's, well, not too far from where the owner is. And yeah, to take it on a nice drive now is going to be special. And but yeah, I suppose while I'm kind of here, I can kind of talk to you about something like the infotainment and bits. Obviously the car is currently off. You essentially have different modes you can choose between. I have to shut the door. You have like sport mode, and you can like interchange between that on the dials. But it's not really necessarily about the, you know, the new tech and everything. It's about how this car drives. So let's take this for a drive. I'm gonna reflect and remember being in this moment. June 2024. Really special. Really special. Let's enjoy it. Last drive with some amazing cars. Just over 1,000 miles on this car. Owner picked them up at the same time, so I imagine the other one's on about 1,000 too. And oh, they're just so special, so special. Let's go for that drive, shall we? So here we go, point of view drive with the Fiesta ST. Oh, we're in end. We've got Era in front. Looking forward to this. I've stuck it straight into sport mode, so you get a few potential pops and bangs. It's super sunny today, so excuse any of sort of like the lighting if it does affect anything with the camera. But hey, I'm just so happy to be in this car. It's such a cool, fun, quirky car to drive, and it's a car that's just meant so much to me for so long. I'm kind of lost for words that I'm in a white Fiesta ST3 on a 24 plate, and I'm following a white Fiesta ST3 on a 24 plate with Era. And obviously you've seen the walk around, you've seen the pictures of the car. So this car is on 18-inch wheels. It's you know what, comfort wise, I think the seats really help it. Really help it kind of in the way it goes. The fact that it's only got 200 brake horsepower, don't let that put you off. This car only weighs about 1,250 kilos, so you're getting a lot from it. Whoa, it's bumpy along here. No rev matching, so you've got to do a little bit of heel and toe, or certainly rev things up a little bit yourself. I can't get over the weather. The clutch feels good though. You know, it feels nippy enough, simply because of that low weight. I love kind of like the dials. You can knock it back into more of an economical kind of mode, so it goes all blue. But I think I'm going to enjoy a bit of the performance aspect. No adaptive suspension, so it is what it is really. You have to kind of accept the feeling from it. And oh, this is special to be in. Yeah, I think for me, fast Fords, I just kind of thought it was all over in 2024. You know, I spend time with manufacturers, and I don't know what Ford are doing just in terms of their kind of, well, what are they doing? I went to SMMT, and basically that's where all the auto manufacturers are. And I've got nothing against it, but they had a Ford Transit, a Ford pickup, and the Ford Cougar. They had no STs, they had no Focus ST, they didn't have anything. And you know, my channel is a huge community channel, and it's about the subscribers, it's about, you know, connecting, and I'm going to keep it going. I'll keep, you know, the used cars, I think, are a great way to go. And you can't get a Fiesta ST anymore. Just cruising sort of in a higher gear, car feels all right. It's a perfectly dailyable car to potter around in. Really, really is. Yeah, if you want to have fun, this is one of the most fun cars ever. Just, it's so much fun to drive. I love the gear shifter. It feels so good. I should stress as well, both these cars that you're seeing are completely stock. So how they sound and how they go, yeah, they're just brilliant. They really, really are. I don't know what more you want in a car. You know, you've got the speed, you've got the practicality. It's a firmer car. For my tolerance, it feels okay. With the bucket seats, really, really helps. It really does hold you in. On a fun back road, it's kind of exactly what you want. What other car would you want to be in? Following this one, oh, they're so great. The Fiesta in general is so great. We've got another one behind us too. You know, I'm finding the gear shifter so easy. You've got all the gauges as well. Oh, wow. And it really pulled you in. Oh, and you got the modes to play with. Racetrack. Let's go with racetrack. I mean, it's quick. You're not lacking speed. You can modify these cars. I don't know what more you'd want, particularly with the front wheel drive aspect. You're not going to want any more power than this. It really makes you want to have one. Now, these are the MK8.5 facelifts. So with the facelift, you've got the updated front end. You've got the, well, more updated in terms of the infotainment as well. The seats became Ford Performance as opposed to the Recaros. So those elements changed. You don't get things like one touch on your window, which is a little bit strange. I know they changed a few bits, and I'm not too sure if the auto-fold mirrors are kind of there as well, as opposed to the Mark 8. A lot of these are the fault of, yeah, laws and legislation nowadays. But even just on that quick little blast, brakes feel okay. I've always never been like a huge fan of the brakes of the STs because I feel they're a little bit too small. It does help on unsprung weight, but it's not like I'm concentrating with the car in front as well. There's lots going on. I literally can just pinch myself from this actually happening. And you might think, oh Sam, you've driven a Porsche GT4 RS, you've driven some incredible cars even recently. You know, the Civic Type R was a cracking hot hatch. I mean, it's nearly £50,000 worth. You know, both of these cars combined are less than that one car. That kind of says it all. This is fun, this is nimble, this is agile, this is perfect for the UK. And you can't get it anymore. You know, this is where we're at. Look for them on the used market. That's what I can say. Oh man, oh, I can't believe it. This is very much a raw video of how I'm feeling, and I'm going to look back on this and just think, wow. There's so much I like about it. So much I like about it. The real thing is the feeling in the seat of your pants. That's literally it. You know what this car's going to do, and like, feels so special. And it's just like your little humble Fiesta, and perhaps because there's so many Fiestas in the UK, despite the fact that Ford don't make them anymore. Well, this should be quite good on the roundabout. It holds good. We kind of feel like, well, maybe we take them for granted. I think we will. We're noticing that more and more with the fact that I can't stop laughing. I'm sort of looking in front of a Fiesta ST and sort of seeing myself. Because they're so common, until it's gone, then you realise how great it is. They work in the UK, they do work for families. You can actually get a roof rack on these as well, these Fiestas. You know, they're cheap to kind of run and to have fun with. And it's very simple. You know, you can get so many complications with, you know, active this and adjustable suspension that and just endless stuff. Automatic gearbox. But how about a manual handbrake, manual 6-speed, manual feel? You know, it feels connected. I feel connected to this car. Even with like electric steering, I feel like I'm a part of the driving experience. And the agility is the big thing. You know, and you don't need any more than what this car offers as a one car. I really don't. I'd be more than happy to have this car for the rest of my life. And, you know, just going down the gears, doing a little bit of heel and toe. The gear shifter feels great. I mean, this car feels tight. You get like the little arrows to tell you when you're going to go up to speed. A few little burbles. They do sound good on the outside. Seeing these two cars driving around in it, I'm just enjoying it. Really am. I don't know how it's going to come up for you guys on the footage. I really do want to hear your comments. Really do want to hear your comments on what you think. End of an era. And it really is. It's into something different and something new, which I will be sharing as best as I can. But certainly from the performance enthusiast, this is essentially the last of the best. Out of all the cars I've ever driven, as we avoid that pothole, see how easy it is? It's just so nimble. This is the fun one. This owner amazingly has a Porsche Cayman GTS 981, which I'm going to get to experience as well, which I'm super grateful for and I'm going to absolutely enjoy. However, I'm probably going to say that this car's arguably more fun. Less serious. Doesn't take itself too seriously in this world, yet it is a great car. And you could probably potentially take these on track as well if you wanted to. Or on a Sunday morning, you can just do this. I'll knock it back into like its more comforty setting because you've got like eco. And that's sort of like just, well, I believe it closes the valves. The throttle does get lighter, the steering does get lighter. But it's not a car to kind of stay in that sort of mode. It's sport mode all the way from my side. It really is. It just goes where you want it to go. And it drags itself round in the corners so nicely and so neatly. And you can put your foot down. You can use all of that power. You can use it all. You know, it's the minimalist's car. It's got everything. I literally just sat in this car. You turn the start button. You stick it into like sport mode or racetrack mode. And you're done. That's it. You're done. What else do you need to do? The seats feel fantastic. Feels comfortable. 6 gears as well. The fact that the engine's quite clever, the 1.5 3-cylinder. This was like the last time they really worked hard on petrol combustion ICE engines. If they just had more time, it'd get even better. But they, you know, the automotive world and certainly legislation on emissions and things have pushed things away, which is a shame because these cars have so much more to give. So much more to give. And this is arguably the pinnacle now. You can easily get 50 miles per gallon out of this. If you're cruising in 6th in this car, you can get decent economy and decent range as a result. You know, this car's showing about half a tank, just over half a tank, and it's got 189 miles. So can you get between 350 and 400 miles? I reckon you can. Isn't that enough for most people? Can you get things and stuff in here? Yes, it's a 5-door. Traction control goes slightly looser when you stick it into sport mode or racetrack mode, I believe. And you can do that manually. You've got manual buttons. You can turn start stop off. Yeah, I just love it. This is one hell of an experience, and I'm happy to have brought you along with it. Happy to have brought you along with it. Could drive it forever and ever and ever. I mean, in the corners, it's unreal. Oh, it's just unreal. And on a dry day, it doesn't spin up too much. Ah, if you only could see my face. We're going to end it there with the Fiesta ST, the Mark 8.5. Maybe in the future I'll own one, maybe I'll own a Mark 8. What a car. Thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I've got plenty more content to come.